Twin Falls County coroner identified the victims as 23-year-old Ashley Garibay from Stockton, California, 66-year-old Dale Schultz from Salt Lake City, and 59-year-old Christopher Clonch from Hagerman. Our hearts, of course, go out to the families of those victims. To be clear, that information is coming from the Twin Falls County coroner. So we know it is true, but in the minutes and hours after the shooting, there was a lot of information circulating online that was not true. Social media was flooded with people trying to figure out, was anybody hurt? Who was shooting? Was anyone else shooting? Cooper Morgan found out that urgency is what fueled a spread of misinformation.
In the hours after the shooting at this In-N-Out in Twin Falls, social media filled with rumors, including who the shooter was.
We have seen social media posts identifying the shooter as a gentleman named Amir Manzik. This information is absolutely false.
Or even the affiliation on the alleged gunman's shirt.
We've also seen reports identifying him as a member of a fire department. This is also completely false.
At the same time, Michael Dudley saw another false story.
There was like an AI obituary out while we were still in the hospital.
His dad, Terry Dudley, was one man injured in the shooting. He's hurt bad, but he's alive.
Half the people think he is like one of the people who have passed away. But as far as I know, he's still here with us.
Professor Francesca Spezzano spent over a decade researching what we're describing here.
So misinformation is when false information it's on the web, right?
Not disinformation, which is different, and all about the thoughts behind when you click post.
It's the intent. So both can harm people, right? Because in both cases it's false.
If that intent is to deceive, it's disinformation. On the other hand, Spezzano says,
this is an episode of misinformation because it's just unintentional. People just say, oh, this person has the name of the shooter, so they paired their photo, right, with the name of these people.
But why spread something you don't know is 100% true?
An emergency situation like the shooting, people want to know more. They have fear, they have uncertainty.
That can be the most dangerous to fend off because of something called the illusory truth effect.
This type of misinformation spreads very fast, right? And when you are repeatedly exposed to the same information, whether it is true or false, multiple times, and then you start to believe that.
She says social media algorithms can also further lock people into a bubble.
They don't care about showing you actual facts. They just want to keep you on the platform. And then they put you in a filter bubble, right? Where basically you keep seeing always the same information.
In some of the images of the alleged shooter circulating online, his hands appear distorted, and his appearance changes from image to image. Even those of Jordan Salinas look different, only further complicating what's already a saturated problem.
There are so many tools you can use to write things, to modify images, even create videos and deepfakes. So from the point of view of somebody that wants to spread something that is false, it's even easier, right?
For the Dudley family, misinformation isn't just an online problem. It's one they've had to live through.
It's been pretty intense trying to deal with, like, you know, everyone like thinking this, that, or the other happened. And so trying to like make sure everyone knows that he's all right, relatively speaking.
Professor Spezzano says the best way to protect yourself is to get information from credible news sources, cross-verify. I mean, she hadn't even looked at social media to find out about this Twin Falls shooting incident, but Justin, just the amount of false statements on social media that I saw when I was scrolling through looking for stuff for this story was crazy.
Well, and how long do those false statements sort of stick around?
Well, Professor Spezzano says, you know, the internet's forever, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, it's always going to be there, and just the amount that they're having to deal with, even if Twin Falls shooting says take those posts down, the amount that they've had to deal with is probably just insurmountable to get all that deleted.
To get all that taken down. Yeah, it's going to live forever, unfortunately. Artie Cooper, thank you.